Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond Crystals here on the Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. My name's Meg Moonbeam, and I'm here with my soul sister, Sunny from Pluto. How's it going, Sunny?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm wearing my red light glasses right now. I had a very intense, amazing sound healing session with Carol earlier. And I'm having a bit of a headache, so just needing to wear my glasses. But Sunny, you've just come back from, were you in the wilderness for a week? How long were you?
Almost a week, yeah. I left last Thursday and I just got back a couple hours ago.
That's almost a week. Just outside of Algonquin Park. How was your time up north?
It was good. It went by really fast, though. Like, I always pack different things. So I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then just time goes by really fast. And you're just relaxing. Yeah. I always find that when I spend more time outside and like in nature, I get like a little bit tired and I need to have naps and stuff. I don't know why, but yeah, I caught lots of fish. I caught a fish that was almost the size of me. I wish the picture is like pretty embarrassing. Because I didn't know what to do, and I was just like, and it was really heavy, but yeah, it was big. It was a big pike.
A big pike, big old pike.
Yes, and I always talk about how if I catch a pike, I'm gonna kill it. I'm not gonna release it because pikes are very invasive and they actually ruin like the ecosystem of each lake that they're introduced to, because they'll literally eat everything, and no other fish have the opportunity to have like long healthy lives in the lake. So, and it's funny because I got probably like one of the biggest pikes in the lake, and then I was like scared. I was like bragging. I was literally bragging. I was like, I'm gonna cut its head off and all this stuff, and then I catch the pike and I'm like, oh my god, is it hurt? Is it okay? Am I gonna kill it? And they're like, hold it by the gills so you can see, like when you catch a really big fish, you're supposed to hold it by the gills so you can like see the length of it. I'm like, I don't want to hurt it. And then it's so funny because I started laughing at myself because like half an hour right before I caught that fish, I was bragging about how I was gonna like kill it and like fillet it and stuff, and I was like more worried about its well-being.
Oh my god! So
I'm a bit of a softie. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, is that on your Instagram or was it just a story?
It was a story. Yeah, no, it's such an embarrassing picture. Do you want me to like show you on my phone?
If you want to, you don't have to. Just suggesting that might be fun.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Bjorny says, "Wow, Sunny, are you sure that wasn't a sturgeon?"
Yes, sturgeons are huge, and there's the lake that we're on is not deep enough for there to be sturgeon. Yeah. However, there are sturgeon on the lake that I grew up on, near North Bay. I don't know who the heck has these photos. Okay, we can keep talking. And I'll try to find them.
No, it's all good. You've had a lot of animal experiences. You went on a horse ride.
Yes.
Lucky horse ride we did in Alberta.
Yes. Oh, I found it.
Okay.
I look really scared. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh wait.
Let me bring it up. That's so funny.
But yeah, I'm not holding it properly, so you can't really see like the true length of it, but it's like at least from my head to like my freaking thighs. It was huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was really ugly.
Was it flubbering around while you were holding it?
They look like eels in the water because they're so long. Yeah, I put up quite a fight.
That's cool. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us for today's Beyond Crystals. We're going to have lots of fun in today's show talking about Jupiter in Cancer and Christie's that we suggest for Jupiter being in Cancer. And before we get into it, please remember you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out floralinefarm.ca. Alin has this new pet collection, new Trails and Paw collection. Oh, cool. Very sweet shampoo, herbal, what's it called? Mist and paw balm for our little kitties and our doggies.
That's a good idea.
So cute. And it's all natural. So you can go check it out, floralinefarm.ca, and use code PAW10. PAW10, I love that, to get 10% off. And Sunny, we just launched on the Scorpling shop. Where do I have it here? Just one second. Our new collection, Jupiter in Cancer Lucky Charms.
Yes.
I'm excited about it. Are you excited about it?
Yes.
Yay! Before we get into Christie's that we suggest for Jupiter in Cancer as part of our collection on thescorplingshop.com, let's talk a little bit about Jupiter being in Cancer. So we're in this Jupiter in Cancer transit now. It started June 9th, 2025. And we're going to be having Lucky Ducky Jupiter, as I like to call him, in Cancer until June 30th, 2026. Sunny, have you felt this transit yet? Did you feel it right as it started? Did it take a little bit of time? What have you been going through with it?
Yeah, I think I felt it right away.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be even stronger because it's starting at the end of my 11th house going into my 12th house, which is funny because I already felt like my intuition has kind of strengthened. Yeah. But it was also Cancer season too, or right before Cancer season. No, it was Cancer season when did it go into Cancer?
Gemini season.
Oh, it was in Gemini season. Okay. Well, coming up to Gemini season, to Cancer season, which, yeah, I'm a water sign, have lots of stuff in the 4th house. So I feel an affinity definitely to Cancer. Yeah, I've definitely felt the vibes. I received a nice gift like right before Jupiter went into Cancer, and I even like knew it too, which is weird. Well, I didn't know it was going to be a gift. I just felt this specific thing coming, and then I got it as a gift. So it was interesting. What about you?
That is very, very interesting. Yeah, I definitely felt the shift right away. And it was interesting because the first few weeks we had Jupiter ingress into Cancer, Jupiter was in a square to Saturn and Neptune. So that was kind of weighing it down a little bit, bringing some of the, I felt like reality checks around what we want to call in with this lucky transit. So I definitely felt that the first few weeks, and I've been really enjoying it because Jupiter, while we were in Alberta, Sunny and I recently went to Alberta. We got back just a couple weeks ago and we absolutely loved it. I had exact Jupiter trine my sun while we were in Alberta. So that was really, really nice. And I'm excited that it's going to be continued to trine my sun for a bit and then trine my rising and then be exactly conjunct my Mars in Cancer. So I'm very excited about it. I've definitely been feeling the positive upliftment and the luck and the opportunities, but I've also been feeling, particularly this past week, the emotions around it, the healing available from this transit as well. You know, Cancer is one of the 3 water signs. It's the first water sign in astrology that has to do with our family, our ancestors, ancestral karma, the past, memories. Can have to do with the subconscious too, and our sensitivities and emotions. So, you know, with every transit, even if it's a really positive one, there's also, I think, challenges that can come with that. So I've also been noticing how there's, I'm becoming more aware, because Jupiter is also the divine awareness and wisdom. I'm becoming more aware of where I've been maybe putting aside family issues that actually really need to be dealt with, or where I need to put up certain boundaries. Because Cancer, the higher expression of that is boundaries, actually. Even though Cancers can have an issue with boundaries, that's one of the challenges. Actually, the higher expression is being that crab where you easily put up your boundaries and you don't fuck with that, right? So that's kind of what I've been noticing.
Yeah, actually, that's interesting too, because yeah, Cancer is my 12th house. So it's like my path to, I guess, like spiritual enlightenment, which is really interesting because, you know, that I'm very attracted to Cancers for some reason. And during this transit, actually, I've been able to have very open communication, honest communication, and healing communication with 2 very important Cancers in my life, which is really interesting. And we've been able to communicate and talk about things that was once like somewhere that they didn't want to go before. So I found like some type of a breakthrough with them. I don't know what I don't really know personally what I've done to soften it. Maybe I've been more soft, I don't know, or more open-hearted myself to allow them to feel comfortable to talk to me. But yeah, that's been interesting. And also too, Yeah, getting to spend more time with my dad, who's also a Cancer as well, and yeah, getting more closer to my roots, which is Cancer and the ancestral line, because I've been playing more Sicilian folk music and getting more opportunities in that realm, which is like so random, and I didn't even go looking for it. So yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I just remembered, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, years ago you had a reading and somebody told you that you were going to be doing a lot of that in the future. Do you remember that?
No.
I just got a flash. Today, you guys, I'm a little bit on one today because I just had a very intense sound healing and my third eye is like boom, boom, boom. But I remember years ago you had like a reading or something like that. And someone said you're going to be doing the music that you like, but you're also going to be doing a lot of the Sicilian. You don't
Who
remember?
said that? No, I don't remember that.
Cool.
It's funny because I was thinking about that the other day too. I was like, I feel like somebody told me this, but I don't remember.
Yeah, somebody did tell you that 100%. 100%.
It's really funny too because the first reading, or one of the first readings I can remember I got in Lilydale, when I went to Lilydale when I was like 13 or something, this lady kept saying, "Oh, I'm hearing the song Chicago, like what's it called? Friday in the Park." Is that a Chicago song?
I don't know that song.
Okay, you boomers, let me know. There's a line talking about singing Sicilian, or no, hearing the Italian songs. I hear them singing the Italian songs, and this lady that was like a reference that the spirit was like telling her, because she kept saying she's seeing me, yeah, Saturday in the Park, seeing me singing Italian songs, like, so that's interesting, like in my future. And I was like, when I was a kid, I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah. Why am I going to be doing that?
I'm like, yeah. Like it was so far. Like, I mean, I always loved being Italian and Sicilian and stuff, but it was like so far away in the future that I was like, I don't want to know about that. I want to know if the boy at school likes me.
Right. Yeah. Can we, Sunny, would you mind if we showed your chart to all our fellow astrology lovers to show them actually how big of a Cancer influence you have in your chart?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just hold up one, guys. Oh my God, you guys, I can't.
Yeah, Saturday in the Park. Why did I say Friday? I don't know.
I don't know that song.
You definitely know it.
Okay, I just can't remember it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's our Sunny's chart.
Saturday in the park. I guess it was the 4th of July. That's how it goes.
And you don't have anything in the sign of Cancer.
Oh, the 4th of July. Oh my God, that's in Cancer season too. That's so weird. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got how many placements? 6 placements in your 4th house of Cancer.
Yeah, that's not including all the asteroids as well.
Right. So you got a whole lot of 4th house Cancer influence. How does that express itself for you personally? How do you find you carry that, or you experience that big 4th house stellium?
It's a lot of inner world stuff, things that people can't see. It's very hard to explain a lot of the things that I'm experiencing or how I know things, because it all just comes from within. So it's just, and like very much hermit, introverted in certain ways, even though I'm very like expressive. I think you can see it in my body as well, because my body is like very feminine. Like I have large bosoms. I got a little belly. I'm very like soft and short and kind of round, which is also my heritage too. I think I look like my grandmother, my Sicilian grandmother. Could be the boundaries thing too. Lots of boundaries, but also because it's like with the mix of Scorpio, so it's like I got pincers and poison.
Yeah, that combo together. I never even thought of that before.
So I think design, like ever since I was a kid, I really liked the element of like design or interior design, and I loved houses. I always
really good at that.
I've always wanted to own multiple houses. Like it was just something that I always thought about. I love trick-or-treating because I love Halloween, but the second thing that I really liked about trick-or-treating was I got to see into people's houses. I would look and see how they decorate. Even now, if I'm going for a walk and people's windows are open, I'm like looking in their houses. I'm like, oh, what's going on in there? Like, I just like to see how other people live. I don't know, just all of the inside, wavy, deep in the sea kind of stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
make it short. So definitely
I
big
love
influence. And I am usually attracted to men who are Cancers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And
Yeah.
you're going to have this Jupiter transit make beautiful trines to all those Scorpio placements.
Yay.
Fighting. Yay, yay, yay. That's so cool. Yeah, I've got my Mars in Cancer. So it's interesting because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. It's a very positive placement. And then Mars is at full in Cancer. So I've got Cancer in my third house. So that's as of just a couple of weeks ago when Jupiter ingressed into 7 degrees of Cancer. It's in my third house, which I'm excited about because the third house actually rules a lot of areas of our day-to-day life, communication, my words, expression, social media, short distance travel, anything that has to do with my Mars in Cancer, which that's brought a lot of sometimes issues with the day-to-day things and cars, all that Gemini stuff. So yeah, for me, a little bit different with the Mars in Cancer. That's definitely a little bit, it's a beautiful blessing in the sense that Mars and Cancer people are some of the most psychic people ever. Everyone I know with Mars and Cancer is like freaky deaky psychic, but usually they all have issues with their boundaries, or they've gone through early in life, they had an issue putting up the boundaries. And that comes from because we can feel what the reaction is going to be before we even bring something up. And we feel it very deeply and intensely. So we'd rather just not bring it up, right? We'd rather not hurt the person. We'd rather not go through that, which is a full sign. It's not a good thing.
I also feel like people with Mars and Cancer, others, because Mars and Cancer feels what other people need, and like what you just said about knowing how people are going to react and stuff like that, they kind of like hold. They're like babysitters kind of, and people don't realize that they actually put like really high expectations on the Mars and Cancer. So Mars and Cancer is literally like being expected to like do everything like above and beyond. And I don't think people really realize like the pressure that they put on the Mars and Cancer. And if it wasn't for the Mars and Cancer being there, like it would be a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know does that make sense to you? Like, I feel like people, they're just like expecting things from you. Not just you, but like people who have Mars and Cancer. They need things from you. Like, they see your value, but then they also kind of take advantage of it at the same time. I don't know how to explain that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Very much. Very extremely high expectations. And if those are not met, because those are coming from someone else that actually has nothing to do with me, then it's, a shit show, or, we're, bad or something like that. But no, actually, yeah. Vastness Pegasus says, my husband has Mars in Cancer. He is a bit of a medium. Well, that definitely makes sense. Lynn says, Cancer Sun and Jupiter in Cancer too. Jupiter return. Yay, I'm happy you mentioned that, Lynn.
That seems so fun. Yay.
If you were born with Jupiter in Cancer, you're having a Jupiter return for the whole next year. That's one of the most, it is the luckiest thing we can have in astrology, Jupiter return. But for you guys with Jupiter in Cancer, it's Jupiter's exalted position. So really, really fun. Love it. We love the Cancer energy. And Sunny, is there anything we're missing out on describing Jupiter in Cancer? Do you have any personal predictions with this for the world, or ways that you think are good for us to be working with this transit consciously?
I just feel like it makes sense to me that Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, because I just find, like, I always say this to you, I find Cancers to be like very lucky. I don't know what it is. I don't, maybe it's like the moon's influence, because the moon is the goddess and like the giver of life and emotions and the waters that flow within us constantly. But I just find Cancers to be really lucky, and Cancer is the first water sign, and I just really think about like Greek mythology, and so many of the gods and goddesses are water-based gods and goddesses, and it kind of just like makes me think of like, I mean, Zeus, which is Jupiter, in the water with Poseidon. I don't know. There's just Cancer's just very lucky. I don't know why. And it's funny because before I even knew this, like I had visions of like living in um Atlantis or Sicily, like ancient times, and like our coins had crabs on them. And then I remember I was at the Royal Ontario Museum, and I went to the ancient coin section, and there was freaking ancient coins from the Mediterranean with crabs on them and shit. And I was like, they're like, I don't know what, they're just lucky. It's also in the summertime, so it just makes sense to me. With like the Jupiter is similar to the sun, it's very masculine and it's very positive. It's very larger than life and bright. And that's when, you know, Cancer is when the sun is at its brightest in the northern hemisphere, and the strongest, which is interesting because Leo is ruled by the sun, but whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, it's very like symbolic to me. I just feel like the symbolism of it, and it just makes sense that it's exalted in Cancer. I guess the moon, it's when the god and the goddess, the Jupiter and the moon are together, like in union. So it just makes sense. So my lighting is like really weird. Sorry.
It looks good. It looked good.
It looks good. Yeah, now I don't know what's going on. The sun's going down.
That's okay. The sun is changing. Yeah, I think it makes total sense. I'm resonating with what you're saying. Sorry, I brought that picture up too soon.
They're business people. I think a lot of like royal, like kings and queens were Cancers. They rule like nations and countries. It also does have to do with assets too. Like I know Taurus is like physical assets and stuff like that, but because Cancer is like has to do with, I guess, like people and family and like where you come from. It's like the bloodline abundance of it. It's like, yeah, it's like an empire. Like Cancer is kind of like an empire, which makes sense. It's like the opposite of Capricorn too. I don't know. Just it's just like very symbolic to me, and it's hard to explain that.
Yeah. Christy says, worst relationship I had was with a Cancer man. No thanks.
Yeah. Water signs can be very difficult. Cancers I can see can be, well, I know that they can be really difficult, but it depends on what your sign is. Like I have a bunch of Scorpio, so I'm like willing to go that far and to penetrate, to work through it, because once you get through like those, Cancers have layers, and like the layers keep peeling off one by one by one. It could take years. And once you get to like those special places, like it's an endless discovery. That's why I like Cancers, I guess, because I'm a Scorpio and I like want to always get to the bottom of things, and Cancers will allow you. But yeah, they will allow you if you're the right fit. I look scary. I look really scary right now.
It's good. You look fine. Maybe can you go to the
Should I shift? Yeah, I look scary. In my Scorpio now, I look like a
good.
Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do here.
You're in the light. It looks kind of cool.
I don't know what to do.
Mercury retrograde.
This is Mercury retrograde. I totally forgot that I left my ring light with you.
I don't know
what I'm gonna do. This is creepy. Okay, whatever.
You're the crab. You're the crab in the Cancer hole.
Oh my god, this is so scary.
Okay. Can you turn the light on or?
Yeah, hold on a second.
All good. All good in the hood. Yeah, it's funny when we share all our different experiences with the signs and the different placements. You know, there's a dark side to every single sign. So if you've got any kind of sign really out of alignment, it's going to be fucked up, right? Any sign can be weird.
Yeah. And Cancers are definitely like really manipulative too.
Oh yeah. Cancers in Scorpio, astrological secret for everybody out there, very similar. Very similar.
Keeper of secrets, both of them.
Yeah, Cancers are very similar to Scorpios.
They are. They just don't have the poison. Sorry, what?
Sorry, you look way better now. It looks good.
Okay, thank you.
For manipulation, secrets, emotional outbursts. Oh my god. He's seen my Mars and Cancer emotional outbursts a bunch of times. Like, whoa. Cancer is like Scorpio in the way that Scorpio rules extremes. So we can be like feeling woohoo, like really positive one moment, and then we'll go down into the depths of the underworld. Cancers can do the same, I've noticed.
Yeah.
They really big extremes.
Maybe not into the underworld, but definitely into like the deep ocean caverns with the stalactites.
Yeah,
where nobody sees. They go where no one else sees. But yeah, I always say that Cancers are like Scorpios without the poison.
That is a really good analogy.
So they're not as brutal.
That is a really good analogy.
Yeah.
If you hurt a Cancer, you're going to get hurt back big time. Chomp, chomp. But you're not going to get poisoned.
No.
Like a Scorpio. We can ruin your lives. So mess with us, okay? You don't even go there. Yeah, so some other ways that I think are great for us to work with this Jupiter and Cancer transit is spending time with family, whether that's physical, soul family, starting a family if you're ready to start your own family, having a solid home base, anything that has to do with moving homes, selling property, investing in property, home improvement and renovation, or feng shui. Intuitive development. You guys will see with the crystals that we're suggesting, they're not just all for money and abundance. Yes, we can get that with this transit, but also for intuitive development. This is an amazing time for, meditation, any kind of ways to develop ourselves spiritually. Also a great time for emotional healing. Okay. In particular of things that have to do with family or the past. And also a great transit for balancing our divine masculine and feminine.
Oh my God. Sorry, Meg, read Bjorny's most recent comment. That is so weird.
Bjorny says, "You've got the goofy Aquarius moon, Sunny. Ha ha. My youngest daughter has what we call a brain tickle when she laughs for 15 minutes and we don't even know what she's laughing about." Sunny does the exact same thing. Sunny, when we just went to Alberta a couple weeks ago, you guys, I kid you not, we were on a 6 a.m. flight to Calgary, and Sunny, out of nowhere, starts hysterically laughing her ass off. I thought
you touched my arm. You patted my arm because you wanted to say something to me, and I just looked at you and I started laughing. And then after like 10 minutes, I'm like, what do you want to say? You're like, I don't know. And I was eating a sandwich. I was like choking on a sandwich. And there was like this cowboy guy beside me, and he probably thought I was crazy. And I was like literally laughing so hard and like crying for like 10 minutes.
That cowboy guy, he was good looking beside us, but he was moody. He was weird. I was like, oh, we got a cowboy sitting next to us. And then he didn't even say anything to us the whole flight.
Yeah, he probably hated us.
Whatever. The normies were freaked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's get into the crystals that we suggest for this Jupiter in Cancer transit, available in our Jupiter in Cancer Lucky Charms collection. First one we've got is pink Lemurian quartz. Sunny, do you want to talk to us about the history, the lore of pink Lemurian quartz?
Yeah, so pink Lemurian quartz is a Lemurian quartz crystal just with a hematite coating. So that's the I guess there's hematite and specifically in the pocket where the pink Lemurian quartz is from, and it gives it a pinkish hue. I'll show you in a second. I'm just reading my notes here. And Lemurian, so these are Lemurian seeds. I know somebody emailed us asking that. Lemurian seeds are from Brazil. That's where Lemurian quartz was first found. And they call them Lemurian seed quartz. There's Lemurians from other countries too, but they're not quite seeds. So what makes it a seed is because when they were discovered, they were not actually like in like cavities or in like deep in pockets. They were just like at the bottom, scattered. Well, this is what they say, but scattered at the bottom of a cave, like on cave floors, detached from the main clusters, like as if they were like seeds ready to be like utilized. And la 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 la. Oh yeah, so Lemurian quartz is sorry, I had a brain fart. Is famous for the striations that they have. They call them barcodes or striations. They have like the horizontal lines on every other face or side, I should say. And again, this is said to hold memories from ancient civilizations like Lemuria. The Lemurians were wiped out by the Great Mud Flood of 12,000 years ago. So people believe that Lemurian quartz hold memories or information from that civilization so that we can reach that type of higher consciousness again. And I find that Lemurian quartz deeply connects us with our soul's truth. It's like the rainbow bridge. Like every time I use a hold of a Lemurian quartz, I have like a symbol of like walking through the cosmos down a rainbow bridge to becoming one with like my soul or the creator, the universe. Definitely like increasing synchronicities the deeper we go down our spiritual path while using them, of like remembrance. That's what I feel from the Lemurian quartz. That's some of the lore. I can show you a couple pieces that I have here.
Yeah.
Hopefully it
Ooh, I love them.
Oh, it was focusing before. I don't have the Christy cam. Come on.
It's okay. There we go.
So this is one. This is the larger size one of the larger size ones that we have.
Beautiful.
And then this is a medium sized one.
Wow.
Yeah. When they're all together, they like glow pink. Sorry, what? Barcode. Yeah.
Yeah, barcode. So cool. Awesome. Yeah, and our channeled description for Lemurian quartz. For the Jupiter in Cancer transit, we've chosen pink Lemurian quartz, a rare variety of Lemurian quartz, to guide the user in broadening their perspective, to acknowledge the signs and synchronicity that exists all around us. Lemurian quartz is a powerful heart opener that awakens the intuition, connecting one to their higher self, offering access to one's starseed's origins. Love it. This is one of my all-time favorite Christie's. Love Lemurian quartz and pink Lemurian quartz. It's a very, I find it to be softer in vibration, easier to handle, more gentle as well. Sometimes, you know, when you're working with quartz, it can be really freaking intense, and quartz amplifies whatever you're feeling. So I love it. I love meditating with it, doing journeying with it. Helps you to very easily access your soul's knowledge and higher self. So beautiful. So, you know, having to do with the Jupiter in Cancer transit, very much about opening the intuition and doing spiritual work. Awesome. And we've also got, what else have we got over here? Larimar. Ooh, love it. Beautiful.
Larimar is special. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No,
okay. Larimar is, another thing I wanted to say too is that all of these crystals that we chose for the Jupiter in Cancer, they're all actually rare crystals. So pink Lemurian seed crystals are a rare variety of Lemurian crystals. Larimar is a very rare crystal because it only comes from one place in the world. So if you've been there, I'm sure you've seen lots of jewelry made from it, the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
It's also known as dolphin stone or Atlantis stone, but I don't really know if anybody calls it that. I used to call it like dolphin stone or Atlantis stone just because it's fun, but it's like it's officially known as Larimar. So Larimar is, I keep on wanting to show it, but I'll show. Oh, I just dropped a piece. Larimar is a rare, like I said, sodium calcium silicate in the pectolite family. So pectolite is a common mineral, but it's only found in gray or white. So the Larimar gets its oceanic blue color from copper as a substitute for the calcium. And it formed in rock cavities during heavy volcanic activity. And as the lava moved down the mountains, it picked up the minerals in its path. And like I said, it's only found in the Dominican Republic. And back in 1916, a guy called Father Miguel Domingo Fuertes Loren requested permission by the government to explore the mine that was up in the mountains, but he was refused. I think because he knew that there was like something special up there, but they didn't allow him. So in 1974, two men discovered like little blue crystals on the beach down at the foothills of these mountains. I forget what the mountains are called. I should have written it down, but so they were like, can we go check out these mines? And they found Larimar and more of it. And Larimar is a mix between the discoverer's daughter's name. Her name is Larissa, and Mar, which means sea. And yeah, so that's like the history of Larimar. So it hasn't been worked with for too long. It's from the 70s.
Wow.
And yeah, I really like Larimar. It's very, very beautiful. Get this
So beautiful.
Yeah, but it looks like the camera is kind of making it a little bit more pale. It's definitely more aqua to me. Let's see what this one looks like on the camera. Yeah, it's kind of like washing it out a bit, but it's definitely more blue in person. But yeah, it's so cool that it's like the product of volcanic and kind of water, because it goes deep like under into the mountains, and then I don't know how it comes back up, but yeah, it's cool that it's only from one place as well. It's quite intense. It's soft in certain ways, but it can be quite intense because it takes you there. It takes you into the emotional realms. Yeah. If you want me to, I can tell you a story. My mom went to the Dominican Republic for her honeymoon for her second marriage, and she got me a Larimar bracelet. And I remember I was wearing the Larimar bracelet and I was staring at it, and we're in Canada. I mean, I'm sure maybe in the US too, they stand up for the national anthem every morning before school. And for some reason I was standing up at my desk and I was looking down at my bracelet, and then all of a sudden I just like bursted into tears. I started crying, and then the stone like popped out of the bracelet. And I was like 10 and I didn't know anything. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what crystal healing was or anything. So yeah, the first time I ever wore Larimar, I cried.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
That's unbelievable. So cool.
I remember specifically because I thought it was so weird. And yeah.
Yeah. There's something so different about Larimar, I find, compared to other crystals. I don't know what it is. It's there's something very different about it. It's like very, very special in its own way. Beautiful, beautiful stone. So yeah, we chose Larimar for the Jupiter in Cancer transit to guide us to go deeper into the sea of our emotions. Larimar assists ones in processing their emotions and removing emotional blockages that may be created by generational trauma, early life experiences, and accumulated karmic lessons. Larimar is a divine feminine stone that inspires one to engage in self-care, being gentle with oneself, and is very protective talisman for empaths. Love it, love it, love it. There was one time, I hope Jens doesn't mind me sharing this, but Jens is a Pisces rising. He's like a really, really big empath. And there was a period where he was wearing Larimar like every single day for a really, really long time. And he was like really even more sensitive than he already is. And I just said, I'm like, baby, I think you need to like take off your Larimar pendant. Because also it brings it really brings stuff up. And as soon as he took it off, like he regulated, and it was not as emotional with whatever was coming up. It's good, but there's only so much we can take, right? Like if you're, you got to be mindful with the crystals and feel if you're being, if you need to maybe take a break from them, you know, there's only so much we can process at one time, right?
Especially because, yeah, the Larimar really does bring you into the feelings, and you're going to feel those feelings, even if you don't understand what you're feeling. Like, I definitely use it when I'm feeling heavier or like maybe more depressed, because I know that it's going to bring up what I need to bring up, because it makes me cry. So I know if something needs to come to the surface and I'm not really sure what it is, it can kind of help me pinpoint where maybe the pain is coming from, or maybe just help me just get it out. But yeah, if it's something that you haven't worked with before or haven't worked with in a while, I would say like maybe chill with it at home for a bit before you go out with it, just in case you're just like crying like a lunatic. I mean, actually, you know what? I've been crying more lately. Like even with you in Alberta, you just look at me and be like, ah! Like I'm just like crying. I don't know. So maybe I don't need the Larimar right now. Maybe I do to help it help figure out what the hell is going on with me.
Yeah.
It's a Jupiter in Cancer.
Yeah, you got Jupiter in Cancer Jupiter in Cancer with Pluto right on your freaking moon. That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like some very big transformation going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I always do have a Larimar around too, though. Like it's always in my room somewhere. So I'm always seeing it every day.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Next, we've got Ruby Feldspar. Very cool. Woo.
So these pieces are cool because they weren't tumbled in a tumbler like most tumbled stones. They were actually, each one of them were hand polished by hand by somebody in India. So when we were thinking about Jupiter in Cancer, I was thinking about Jupiter, and I was thinking about Cancer. And one of Cancer's birthstones, it's the birthstone for July, is ruby, but which is cool. But ruby also is a stone of good fortune and life force and royalty, and yeah, so it's like it has that very Jupiterian influence already. And the fact, so we were trying to find the raw feldspar. The raw ruby, and we just weren't finding like pieces that were speaking to us. And then it was quite synchronistic that we found the ruby feldspar, because feldspar is the mineral that is also known as moonstone or labradorite or amazonite, but it's like the main mineral in different moonstones. And I don't know if this is true. Like, I don't know. Why would they make this up? How would they come up with this? I don't know, because I know a lot of people have different beliefs about what the moon is, or the moon, or if it's even real, or if it's even there, or whatever. But it's just kind of random for it to not be real. But when Apollo 11 went to the moon, they got a sample of the moon's surface, and in the sand was actually traces of feldspar, which I find really interesting because feldspar is associated with the moon, as in moonstone, and the moon rules Cancer, which is kind of interesting, and moonstone is also associated with Cancer.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. So anyway, so yeah, like ruby is an ancient crystal. It's an aluminum oxide crystal, aka corundum. So ruby is the red variety of corundum, and sapphire is the blue variety. So sapphire and rubies are related. And the traces, there's chromium, there's like high traces of chromium in ruby, which allows it to fluoresce. So under a black light, the ruby will turn like a brighter red, which is kind of cool. And it's held its place in history from before the Bible, used in similar ways to garnet, because I think back then it was hard for them to differentiate exactly like what was garnet and what was ruby. So they were used in similar ways for protection and purification of the blood, body, and soul. Some people actually like put ruby or garnet like in their like body. They would like cut themselves and like put it inside because they thought it would like purify them. Yeah, and like make them live forever or something. And it is also known as a stone of nobility, like I said earlier, and it's revered by royals and wealthy people. And so that's where it gets its lore about the good fortune, but also the properties in general is like it's very like activating. I like to use the word chi when I'm thinking about ruby. It's the breath of life. It's the flame. It's the passion. It's the inspiration. It's like, yeah, the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, the root really like working strong together. The heart as well, because it's definitely a stone for love. And sexuality, sensuality, affection, all those lower chakra
Yeah,
attributes.
definitely. Very sexual, very kundalini activating, if you know what we're talking about over here. Yeah. I love the combination of the two, ruby and feldspar. I'd never seen it until we were getting ready for
Yeah, me too.
Christie collection. So
That's why
something
it's
very
so
new.
synchronistic too.
Yeah, so crazy. So yeah, we chose, as Sunny has been talking about, this ruby feldspar for this transit to guide one toward igniting your true passion, inspiring love, intimacy, and really important self-worthiness. I really feel that with this stone. It's about honoring your value, being in your confidence, your self-worthiness, right? If you're trying to attract something and you believe that you're a piece of shit, or you believe that you're not worth anything, or you can't recognize your own beauty, gifts, and talents, then how are you going to attract anything, right? So ruby and ruby feldspar can really, really help with that. As Sunny said, it ignites the flow of chi, not only within the body, but also throughout the quantum field, amplifying vitality and inspiring more empowered connections in every relationship. Love it, love it. And you know, Cancer can be quite sexual. Cancer can be quite romantic. So I do think this Jupiter and Cancer transit can be really good, like sexual healing and partnerships, bringing people their soulmates that can last into the long term. That you, I'm not saying everybody has to start a family, but you know, a lot of people have families, and to have a family, you want to be with a solid partner. So I think that's very much a part of it too.
Well, those things are those values are very important to Cancer too. Like Cancer doesn't, an empowered Cancer, or a Cancer that's more mature, I should say, doesn't want to just be with just anybody. Doesn't want to, have one night stands all the time. It's funny because a lot of people might beg to differ, because that's the actual, like, one, again, very similar to Scorpio. That's one of the dark sides of Cancer, is that they want, maybe all water signs, honestly, they want soul connection so deeply, they want to be seen so deeply, they want to know someone so deeply, that sometimes they'll go with anybody just to keep finding this one thing, and then it can turn into like a love addiction or a sexual addiction or something like that. But down, Cancers want to fully 100% trust the person that they're with. They want to feel 100% comfortable with the person that they're with, and they want to start a family with the person that they're with, because like that's the ultimate testament of love, is creating a family and a union, and again, an empire too. Like we were talking about before. So those are very important things to Cancer. Definitely. And all of these stones too, like you were talking about self-worth, all of these stones inspire one to recognize their self-worth and how you actually manifest your desires through loving yourself and walking your talk, or recognizing where you're kind of screwing yourself over by maybe saying something negative about yourself, or saying something negative in contrary to what you actually desire.
Yeah, for sure. Bjorny says, Meg, are you getting the descriptions from Judy Hall's book that you mentioned last week? Nope. Sunny and I have channeled the descriptions of these crystals. Although we do love that, Judy. I think, are you talking about the crystal prescriptions? Although I do really love that book.
I didn't even know that was a book.
Yeah,
I know she has the Crystal Bible, which I don't have that here, but no, I didn't know about that one.
Crystal one is good. And last but not least, in our Lucky Charms collection for Jupiter and Cancer, we have blue topaz, one of the luckiest charms of them all.
Yay! Topaz is like one of my favorite stones ever. It's actually really funny. I'm wearing a topaz necklace right now. This was a gift from a Cancer. So I walked by this in a jewelry store and I thought it was a smoky quartz. And I'm like, okay, that's weird, because I was like so attracted to this. And I saw that and I'm like, whoa. And I just wanted to try it on. I wasn't expecting anyone to buy it for me. I just wanted to see what it felt like. I was in a fancy jewelry store. I don't have like too much fancy jewelry. And I just wanted to try it on, and I was like, yeah, smoky quartz, kind of weird. I don't know why I would be so attracted to it. But then they told me, oh, it's not smoky quartz, it's topaz. So I think the topaz has been like heated a bit, but it makes sense because it's a topaz and I love topaz. And when I put it on, I was like, oh, like I could feel my body vibrating. This is before I knew it was topaz. I felt my body vibrating. When we got the certificate, it said topaz, and I was like, whoa, okay. Anyways, that's just a little backstory. Like, I freaking love topaz. So these blue topazes that we got are from Nigeria. They are lighter blue in color. So most blue topaz is not like super duper blue. And if you see like really deep blue topaz in jewelry, it's been irradiated. So it just means it's been heated. And when topaz is found in its natural crystal form in like a very vibrant, like deep blue color, and it's like perfect, immaculate, it goes straight into a museum or a private collection for a lot of money because it's very rare. But anyway, so these topazes come from it's called the Rop tin mines. So they're different tin mines. And I was trying to find when the topaz was discovered in the mines, but I couldn't really find that. But the mine is said to be open for like 2,000 years. So they've been mining. Yeah, they've been mining tin for 2,000 years, and there's different minerals, and topaz is one of them, but I'm not sure when the topaz started being mined or discovered. But I did find out that Queen Elizabeth II visited Nigeria and had the blue topaz made into jewelry for herself in 1956, so that's kind of interesting. Wow. And I also found out that blue topaz is the state stone of Texas. There's a few smaller blue topaz mines in Texas. So yeah, I love topaz. All topaz are master manifestation stones. Blue topaz has an emphasis on not just being in your authenticity, but learning how to express it. So it will help in processing the emotions and bringing more awareness to the emotions, learning how to communicate them with yourself and with others. And a few people last week were asking about high vibrational stones, and I would say that topaz is a very high vibrational stone. It significantly will increase your frequency. Like I said, when I first put this on, I could like feel it. And it will keep your vibration high. So it's one of those stones, like when you start working with it, like it will bring you to that topaz frequency. It's not easy though, because we are humans, and like I said, a lot of the times we can say things that are contrary to what we actually desire. But what I have noticed with topaz, because it's one of the stones that I work with most of the time, is it's for like the long haul too, and it attracts opportunities or experiences or people that align with what you desire, or like who have what you want, so to show you a clear path on how to get there and what it takes to make your dreams come true. So like it really like throws you into the realm of like what you're trying to manifest. It's like a no BS stone. It's yeah. Sorry, I just went on like a tangent there.
Oh, that was awesome. That was so. Sister Nobody says, I didn't know that was a state stone. I didn't know there was state stones.
Yeah, there's state stones. What? I think I talked about it in one of our first things, didn't I? I don't know.
Really? Okay, maybe I was tuned out or something. That's so cool. Wow. Yeah, I love blue topaz.
You know what? I thought it would be maybe. Well, actually, no. Blue topaz specifically. Yeah, okay, because Utah has imperial topaz, which is gold. But yeah. Anyways.
Ooh. Utah is amazing. You're gonna freak out, Sunny, whenever you go to Utah.
For sure.
See all the rocks and crystals. Oh my God. Yeah. So for blue topaz, with this Jupiter and Cancer transit, we've chosen it to guide the user in embodying your fullest potential by consciously speaking your truth. Our words create our reality and physical manifestations. Working with blue topaz allows one to get to know yourself on a deeper level, which will inspire you to live more authentically. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
Awesome. I also find that blue topaz is a cool dream work stone too.
Nice. Did you have any crazy dreams last night, Sunny?
Oh, I've been having dreams all month. I can't remember all of them. It's weird because I've been dreaming like all night and I can't remember all of them, but some of them I do. I don't know what I dreamt about last night. I can't remember right now.
I shared on my daily Astro show earlier that you were in my dream last night.
Oh, I was?
A very interesting dream where we were like in a room. I don't know where we were, but we were in a room and we were in front of a door, and on the other side of the door was a wolf, like a very aggressive wolf growling, and it was like trying to get in the room, and it felt like it was about to get in the room, and we had to leave. And then it was interesting, there in the comment section of my show earlier, there was someone else who was a Scorpio that had a dream 2 nights ago of being like chased by a wolf. And interesting, wolves are ruled by Cancer in astrology.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, because they're like they're pack animals. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they're dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's Libra. Okay, never mind. I saw a video of a like I don't know if it's AI or something, like a wolf that's like really big in front of like a grizzly bear.
What?
It was really like I don't know. I saw it. It was in Alaska. I saw a video last night of a huge wolf that like looked like close to the size of a grizzly bear. I'm like, I don't know how that's possible.
What?
But that's interesting. I wonder what that means. So there's somebody trying to attack us, eh?
I felt like it was kind of a warning of like prepare yourself is what I was feeling. Like wake up, attention, attention, attention. It didn't feel like maybe someone's always trying to attack us.
Like
Scorpions.
psychically like attack us, not like actually like physically attack us.
Yeah, it felt like I don't know, I felt like pay attention from it, but what do you feel from that? You feel like there's a little bit of tomfoolery going on there?
Well, we had someone in our emails the other day that was kind of weird. And
oh yeah, that was freaking weird.
And we're going to an event this weekend that who knows, there could be somebody, but we're gonna have a bodyguard. And sorry, I'm reading Band Shadow's comment. Yes, I was actually going to mention that too, that the Colorado State Gemstone is aquamarine because they have gemstone mines up there. Mount Ontario. There's actually a cool show. I don't know if it's like on TV, but if you go, they have a YouTube channel. The guy's always like, we're out here looking for the blue. They're mining the aquamarine. It's really cool. There's a show on YouTube. I find it interesting. But anyways, okay, interesting dream. Do we need our evil eyes or what?
We always
evil eye juju coming right up.
right up. Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, we're almost at the end of our show. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and happy Jupiter in Cancer transit. Yes, Sunny?
Wanted to mention too that this collection is limited. So I forgot to disclose that, but once it's gone, it's gone. So there's a limited amount of each of the Lucky Charms. And each Lucky Charm comes with a mineral information card in the style of the Jupiter in Cancer, with an affirmation that we channeled for the stone to activate the energy of the stone or to help you get acquainted with your stone.
Yes.
So just wanted to put that out there.
Yay. Yeah. And also the astrological crystal kits, we will be pausing them pretty soon. So yeah, if you'd like to get a kit or limited availability there. So you can go check out the Scorpion shop and use code Beyond Mystic to get 10% off. Spunky Diane says, thanks for another fun show, Megan Sunny. You two crack me up. I don't know. People think we're like funny, which is cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just because we're comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
We're honest. We're silly.
We're just trying our best over here.
We look like real housewives in this picture.
I know. We look like mob wives. I love it. Carol says, feeling the wolf was not after you, but protecting you. Interesting. Okay. I love wolves. Thank you for that, Carol. Spunky Diane says, I ordered some Lucky Charms a couple days ago. Can't wait. Yay.
Thank you
for your support. And Jen says, my juju from Sunny. Oh, cool. You got a juju from Sunny. What jujus are on the shop, Sunny? Do you have any on the shop right now?
I think there's only 3 right now. But there's more coming. I'm actually working on a really cool fossilized shark tooth juju right now.
Ooh.
We got some glow in the dark jujus coming. The shark tooth glows in the dark. Well, the tooth doesn't glow, but the string glows. I have one coming that the stone and the strings glow in the dark. And I have an blue apatite coming, but on the shop there's aquamarine, peridot, and Lemurian quartz.
Very cool. I'm wearing my Danburite juju today.
Nice.
You guys see it on the camera.
I was wearing a juju, but I changed into my special Jupiter and Cancer topaz.
Oh, yes. Okay, guys, we love you all very, very much, and we will see you next week for another episode of Beyond Crystal. And thank you so much, Lynn, for you say I just ordered some. Yay! Thank you so much. Love you all. Happy new moon in Leo. Happy Jupiter and Cancer transit. And
time to shine.
Bye.
Bye.